Yeah.
David, I saw a movie.
What did you see?
I saw.
You've only seen it once?
It's Star Wars: The Rise of
You saw-
Skywalker.
You saw it once?
I've only seen it once.
Oh my god, okay.
I figured since you won't talk about it, because you can't.
Yeah, I can't. I'm saying I've saw it 3 times.
This is the final story in the Skywalker saga.
What did you think, Ethan?
I thought it kind of sucked. So, okay. I think it's impossible to talk about this film without talking about the other films, namely The Last Jedi. Here's the thing. As a trilogy, there's no cohesion whatsoever between these 3 films.
No.
Even the ones that were directed by the same man, J.J. Abrams. Like, there's some cohesion. They have the same characters, but in terms of, like, narrative theme. So, I really liked Last Jedi. I think there are some problems with it. Namely, Canto Bight did nothing.
Even though Canto Bight, like, does not work as, like, a scene, it's still an interesting aspect to, like, think about in the universe that they set up.
But it's really, it doesn't land in the way it's delivered. Like, in theory, it's good, but in delivery, it sucks bad.
No, it doesn't work as a scene, and it shouldn't have been put in the movie, but, like, as this, like, world that's profiteering off of war, it's an interesting thing that we've never seen in the Star Wars universe before.
So here's the thing, David. I cannot talk about Last Jedi anymore because it hurt me. Just the discussion of that film broke me.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy this movie's out because I can be done with this line of films. And I went in with low expectations, and they were shattered. Because there's 2 things I really don't like in terms of storytelling. And this movie does both of them. Where you have a character comes in, and or a character that we weren't aware of being present. And they're just like, actually, it was me pulling the strings all along. It's not Jabba the Hutt. That also does the thing where they're like, we got to go to the place to get the thing, to talk to the guy, to get the droid, to talk the language, to get the knife, to do the thing, to go to the place, to meet the man, to suck the duck.
It's super video game side questy.
Yeah. It felt more like a video game than Jumanji: The Next Level.
Yeah.
I didn't like this. I think there were parts that were cool. I think here's I think a good equation that I want to hear your take on.
Let's hear it.
This is Game of Thrones Season 8. The production value goes up. All the set design's great. The cinematography is fantastic. You can tell the actors are actually, like, really trying, despite having a poor script. But the story sucks.
Yeah.
And it's a disappointing conclusion despite having visually powerful moments.
I think the pieces of story that would have really landed well, the franchise is too afraid to actually commit to those moves and pull out before anything actually even lands. You know, like there are a few moments in here that I think like really work well that are then just completely undercut 15 minutes later. And it's really sad. Like this movie, like you said, it works in a spectacle level. You know, there's spectacle in this that we haven't seen in Star Wars.
There are people that are going to love it. Here's the thing. Somebody said that it's the best Star Wars movie. And I responded, it is the most Star Wars movie.
It's just not a good movie. Like that's and it also like there is a little bit that has to be like that I will give to JJ. JJ was dealt a losing hand with this movie. You know, Carrie Fisher having just passed, where she was going to play a large role in this movie. There's nothing you can do with that.
And then with how divided everyone was with Last Jedi,
with divided how that was, and then with the way like Rian Johnson, like you can see what JJ was trying to set up in The Force Awakens, where Rian Johnson diverted from that in The Last Jedi, and then JJ was like, wait a second, but I don't know what else to do, because that's all I was ever going to do, and then he just, like, tries to, like, backpedal to that.
Yeah, he sets the second film in the J.J. Abrams trilogy is the first 40 minutes of Rise of the Skywalker.
Yeah. They go, okay, we're gonna have to just throw all this in here. That's why there's not a lot of dialogue in the like. It's just like, okay, here's just all fucking like, we're just gonna explain everything to you that we really need to do really quickly.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, back to like just collecting.
Yeah, and also there's a mini Lost reunion, and that was kind of weird.
And it's kind of sad. I think the failure.
Richie
of this
Grant's good. I like Richie.
The failure of this trilogy is that they just didn't have foresight of what they wanted to do with the story. It feels like I don't even get how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like I mean, another property also owned by Disney is Marvel, where I feel like they have everything planned out for like 15 years, and that almost kind of takes away some of the excitement when you know like here's our entire slate for the next 15 years. It's like, okay, cool, yep, that's great to know that none of these characters are gonna be hurt. And it's like with Star Wars, it's like I feel like they were just handing out like episodes to people, like go make a movie. And it's like,
yeah, the fact that they're like, hey, Colin Trevorrow, you want to make a Star Wars movie? And then they're like, hey, Colin Trevorrow, you can't make a Star Wars movie. Please.
And it's just like, it's kind of sad, because I love The Last Jedi. Last Jedi is my second favorite Star Wars movie. And now seeing this movie, it makes me have a weirder reaction to The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I mean, that makes me even like this movie less.
Yeah.
But...
we'll talk full spoilers and go into depths about some of the most frustrating and troubling things in our Star Wars special edition coming later this year.
Beep boop beep beep boop beep boop. Hello, it is the end of that human movie reviewed by my fellow humans, of which I am one, a human of course, that's me. Joey real name, yup, a human, not a robot. I am not a robotic algorithm designed to instruct you to click one of the hyperlinks on screen to listen to more weekly mini episodes or more snippets from the full show. Beep boop beep boop, subscribe or perish.